Trump did get an unlikely endorsement in the Bronx. The Brooklyn guys pulled up. The guys, they traveled all the way from Brooklyn to the Bronx. I'm telling you, Brooklyn guys don't travel like that to the Bronx. The only time Brooklyn dudes really travel up there is for money and girls. And he got an endorsement from the Brooklyn
And now
Crips.
politicians.
Now politics, the Brooklyn Crips, the gangster Crips, the eight trays. I don't know if Sheff G speaks for the eight trays, but I heard that Trump is moving now. He moving gang. And
But ain't but ain't Trump banging
One
rap?
thing I want to say, they always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us.
what does that even mean?
Only Trump knows, man.
Make
This is so
America
embarrassing.
great again.
This is so embarrassing.
I love Sleepy's album. Why he do this to me? But how do you feel about Sheff G and Sleepy Hollow at the Trump rally though? That specifically.
Oh, that's what you want me to know? Oh, it's stupid. I have nothing else anymore to say about that.
You're not like
I
shocked at
really,
all at how
I
we
really,
went from the turn of like YG and Nip making FDT to now like hip hop kind of being pro Trump a little bit?
honestly, I really feel like, and now I'm going to speak specifically to my people. I feel that we can do so much more. We don't have to endorse Trump. We don't have to endorse Biden. We are such a powerful group. We can choose. We can try and find out. Who really cares about our needs, and we can put all of that power behind that one person. And I bet you, if he doesn't win, he will come really close to winning. We as a people have to understand that we got more power than we think. A lot of the times, conservatives, you know, I really don't like them, especially black conservatives, because they like to say certain things like they like to conflate this whole narrative that, we don't want to pick ourselves up by our bootstraps. We use racism as an excuse, and that we don't think that we can do anything. We can't amount to anything, and that's far from the case. None of us said that. We just know that there's a lot more obstacles out there, for us to run into than it is for white people. But that don't mean that we can't overcome the obstacles and pick ourselves up by our bootstraps or whatever to get past those obstacles. And I just think that if we all have that mindset, and we rally behind somebody that actually cares about our needs, we'll put that person on the forefront. But yet we feel like we're stuck with these two choices, and then we do stupid stuff like, oh, I'll give you a pardon, or I'll give you money if I become president, if you endorse me. I know Sleepy Hollow and shit. And I feel like you choosing the wrong people, honestly.
Yo,
No disrespect to Chef G or Sleepy Hollow, and don't come for my life. I just don't like, nobody's really checking. Like, I don't think people be
that's
checking
true.
for them like that.
They not big
So
artists. But also
so
like
this is just a money grab and a pandering thing
also
for
like
people in the
Trump
Bronx.
Trump just said, I'm gonna turn New York City around and I'm gonna turn it around now. And then he brings up Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. Yo, Chef G Sleepy, he talking about He talking about when he talking about
Yeah,
cleaning up
like,
New York, he talking about you.
he's gonna get you. He's gonna get y'all. I'm sorry. I just think that us as a people, we could do so much better in in caring for our needs, man. Like, I just feel like Sleepy Hollow, Chef G, Fabio Foreign. Like, why aren't, like, there's this police officer that was, I remember telling you guys about this in an episode 4 years ago, probably, about this Haitian police officer. I forgot his name. He is a whistleblower for the NYPD. He tries to change the NYPD from the inside out, and he's always been running for like councilman. He's always been running for some sort of seat in the house so he can make a difference. And he never wins. The man never wins. I don't even know if he's I feel like it's Raymond or something like that. I don't think he ever really wins for anything. That's because we don't put our efforts to kind of bring awareness to the fact that we need to be voting in those areas too,
I think the
and
effort.
put and backing the people that really matter. And then once we see that how important that is, we can back actual presidential candidates that actually care about our people and what we need.
I think
But
the effort
I
is like a
digress.
group one. I think first of all it's going to be a process, and the effort is a group one. You're going to need everybody on the same page, and that's why I'm not really a big fan of like how dismissive wokeness could get sometimes. Where like if you're not all the way with an issue, it's like goodbye. We don't got time for that. And some I don't want to say no names, but I say one. I say one name, and I feel like sometimes Amanda Seals could be like that. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you're not all the way with this over here, boom, we don't need you. And I disagree with that. I feel like everybody needs to come together. So I'm not saying you're gonna get the Officer Tatum's of the world to agree. You know, those guys are a lost cause. But you can get other people from the middle who aren't all the way to the left with it with you. And it's going to take a group effort. It has to be all the thought leaders got to come together and put their egos aside. And we're going to need to follow a group. As a group, we're going to need to follow thought leaders and get guidelines down to be able to put these things into place. I don't know if we'll be allowed to do that. I don't know if we'll be allowed to do that, but that is the answer. But
Uh, I I agree. I think that I do think that sometimes we may go too far, and I feel like it's because sometimes I mean, like there's black conservatives that go so far as to like really like denounce denounce our race. Um, Sometimes you're gonna want to match that energy. So I get it sometimes, but I do understand the concept of wanting all of us to unite. Um, I just don't think that's really gonna happen
yeah,
because
probably not.
we're so I feel like us as a people we're still so divided, man, on a lot of stuff.
And actively,
I love my
actively,
people though, but
actively,
it's
there's a
true.
group of actively there's a group of people who work towards that division. That's their whole purpose is to keep dividing, and
Yeah,
that's people. I'm talking about not black people. I'm talking about other people who that's what they're dividing. That's their sole purpose is to divide.
it's so. But man, yo, and that's the thing. I feel like they there's so many quotes on that, like about like you know, they know like they separate us because they know how powerful it would be if we stood together. But it's so true, man. Like you should the community. Like I think about out here in Brooklyn the Jewish communities. You see how much they thrive in their own community, and they
Yeah,
circulate that dollar within the community. Um, I, Even as little as places like when I think about black people, I also think about even like Caribbean people like Guyanese and Jamaicans, like when they circulate their dollar too. Like if you look in the hood, you got Haitians selling their jonjon on the block. You got in the same on the same spot. There's a marketplace that's selling oxtail. For on for the low low. And you got the person, then you got the other person that got the golden crust that's trying to keep it open. Then you got like another Jamaican restaurant here. You got the Fisherman's Cove here. Like
and that's how you win.
it's a whole community. That's why they call it Little Caribbean right now. It's
And that's how you
because
win. Community economics is how you
yeah,
win.
it's all about the community, bro. And I just feel like we sometimes we get in and sometimes we just fail at committing to that as a whole people, man. But I digress. I think that Trump is doing his Trump is trumping, and he's gonna win. I don't see him losing this election. And I feel like, I'm gonna say this the same way I said it at work. I said that whether I don't know which side you on with the Palestine Israel thing, but the fact that Biden was like it's all about Israel, Israel, Israel. I think that was his blow, his blow to his gut. He is not going to win this
Trump gonna be the
presidency
same though.
because of that.
Trump gonna be the same with Israel.